Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Our today's topic is income computation disclosure standards. So let's start it our discussion. ICDs have to be followed by all assessees other than individual or HUF who are not liable to tax audit. Applicable to those assessees who follows mercantile system of accounting, we have 10 notified ICDs, 1 accounting policies, 2 valuation of inventories, 3 construction contracts, 4 revenue recognition, 5 tangible fixed assets, 6 effects of changes in foreign exchange rates, 7 government grants, 8 securities, 9 borrowing costs, 10 provision contingent liabilities and contingent assets. You can correlate it with the AS as well. 1 to 7, 9 to 13, 16, 29. Okay. ICD is applicable irrespective of the fact companies follows AS or Ind AS. Further, ICDs are applicable for computation of income under the head PGBP or income from other source, not for the purpose of maintenance of books of accounts. Okay. When there is a conflict between Income Tax Act or ICDs, always remember Income Tax Act shall prevail. All ICDs contain some specific disclosure requirements. Let's start it with our discussion with ICDs 1, accounting policies. This ICDs deals with significant accounting policies. We have fundamental accounting assumptions, going concern, consistency in accrual. ICDS recognize that fundamental assumptions, but ICDS doesn't recognize the concept of materiality and prudent in selection of accounting policies. Accounting policies can be changed if there is a reasonable cause, बट अगर कोई रीज़नेबल कॉज है उसके बेसिस पे अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज़ को चेंज किया जा सकता है. बट रीज़नेबल कॉज क्या होगा उसके लिए हमारा ICD साइलेंट है. Treatment and presentation of transaction have to be governed by their substance, not merely by their legal form. Mark-to-market loss or expected loss is not recognized unless recognition of such loss is in accordance with the provisions of another ICDS. अगर किसी और ICDS में बताया गया है उसके बेसिस पे ही इसको लॉस को रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे. और मार्क टू मार्केट गेन के लिए ICDS साइलेंट है. सो next, ICDS 2, valuation of inventories. Inventories have been defined to mean assets held for sale in the ordinary course of business, in the process of production of such sale, is WIP, in the form of materials or supplies to be consumed in the production process, the rendering of services, or in the rendering of services. ये ICDS stock as well as services दोनों पे apply होता है. Always remember this point. This ICDS requires inventory to be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Disclosure requirement. Accounting policies adopted in measuring inventories, including cost formula. One important point, in case of dissolution, stock valued at NRV. Okay, next. Moving forward to the next ICDS 3, construction contracts. This ICDS is required to be applied in determination of income from a construction contract or a contractor. Contract revenue should be recognized when there is a reasonable certainty. Okay, it recognizes percentage of completion method for recognition of contract revenue or cost. रेवेन्यू और कॉस्ट रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए हम परसेंटेज ऑफ कंप्लीशन मेथड का यूज़ करेंगे. अगर हमारा कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 31/3/16 से पहले स्टार्ट हुआ है और कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है सेट डेट पर, तो हम उसको जो हम पहले मेथड जो फॉलो करते आ रहे हैं प्रीवियस ईयर में 16-17 में, उसी को हम फॉलो करेंगे. ओके. दिस ICDS ऑल्सो कंटेन सम डिस्क्लोजर. इसके डिस्क्लोजर रिक्वायरमेंट होगा कि जो हम अमाउंट है वो बताएंगे और क्या हम मेथड्स यूज़ कर रहे हैं वो बताएंगे डिटरमाइन करने के लिए. ओके, दे आर 2 important points in this ICDS. Remember this. Retention money is considered as a part of contract revenue. Second, penalties for delay in contract completion not allowed as deduction. Okay, always remember these 2 points. Next, ICDS 4, revenue recognition. This ICDS deals with the basis of recognition of revenue arising in the course of ordinary activities of a person from sale of goods, rendering of services, use by other of the person's resources yielding interest, royalties, dividends. मतलब रेवेन्यू कहीं से भी आ रहा हो, हमें गुड सेल करके, सर्विसेज से, इंटरेस्ट, रॉयल्टी, डिविडेंड्स के थ्रू. ओके. It doesn't cover the aspects of revenue recognition which are dealt by other ICTS. Okay. Revenue from sale of goods should be recognized when there is a reasonable certainty of its ultimate collection. रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम सर्विस ट्रांजेक्शन्स जर्नली हम परसेंटेज कंप्लीशन मेथड पे ही रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं, बट अगर ट्रांजेक्शन्स मोर देन 90 डेज से है तो हम रेवेन्यू कैन बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड ऑन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन बेसिस ओवर अ स्पेसिफाइड पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. ओके. तो हम स्ट्रेट लाइन बेसिस पे भी इसको फॉलो कर सकते हैं. अगर ड्यूरेशन, ट्रांजेक्शन का ड्यूरेशन नॉट मोर देन 90 डेज है तो हम कंप्लीटेड और सब्सटेंशियली कंप्लीटेड बेसिस पे इसको फॉलो करेंगे. डिस्क्लोजर्स, अमाउंट और हमने क्या मेथड यूज़ किया है. सो देयर इज़ एंड विद अबाउट टुडेज टॉपिक. बाय बाय गाइस, टेक केयर.